Hey there, welcome back to SAP with Veena. So in this video, let's understand the importance of material determination in SAP S4HANA sales. Now, it so happens that we have been supplying a wide range of products to our customers, and maybe there's a situation wherein a couple of products or a line of materials are being obsolete, and we intend to provide an alternate to our customer. So whenever a customer is providing a order to us with a certain material. Now, whenever we are going to enter that sale order in our SAP system, we intend that the system picks up an alternate material as per the substitutions, whatever we would have provided as a part of the material determination. Now, the reason can be that, as I said, the material maybe has gone obsolete and there is a new component to it, or maybe there is, for time being, we are going with an alternate material. So, whatever the reason for that particular order, we are intending that we are going to provide an alternate material for the order what we have received from the customer. So, this is material determination, as you can see here. Now, material what order what we have received from the customer is, for example, for 4711, but the substituted material is M1. So, when you create a sale order in the system, though you're going to punch it as 4711, system is going to consider that as M1 material, and that's what will be supplied to the customer. Now, when you talk about material determination, this is a configuration activity what we need to take care, wherein we are going to define the condition tables, access sequence, and material determination procedure will be set up all that. So let's have a look at how we can do that over here. So I'm on SPRO. So let's go into SAP reference IMG. Here, sales and distribution. We go into basic functions. And here we can see that we have material determination. So here, maintain prerequisites for material determination. So here, first let's get into creation of condition tables. So let me check what series of condition tables are already there. Okay. I'll try taking 700. Okay. So here I'm going to pick material entered as the criteria, and the moment I double click on the material entered data, so you can see the same thing has been copied over on the left hand side. Now I'll click on this generate. So it says like table 001 already has this criteria, that's fine. So I'll click enter. So do you want to generate the condition table? I'll say yes. So I'm not sure of the package that needs to be picked up. So I'll just click on the local object. So it may take a while for the system to save the data. Okay, now it says like the table has been saved. So I'll just go back. Now I'll create one more table with 701. Now here I'm going to pick material entered, and I'm going to pick the sales organization as the other criteria. So these are the two that I've picked up. Now I'm going to click on generate again. So do you want to generate the condition table? I'll say yes. So now the local object the package has been automatically picked up. Now I'm just simply going to click on save. So this is a second table. I'm going to create one more. So here I'm going to pick material entered. I'm going to pick material, and I'm also going to pick sales organization. Again, same repeated steps. Click on generate, and you're going to save this. So I have three tables that have been created: 700, 701, 702. So this is the first step what we have done, that is creation of the condition tables. Now I'm going to maintain access sequence. So here I'm going to create my own access sequence. You can as well copy too. You can simply click on the existing access sequence and you can click on copy. But I'm not going to copy. I'll go into new entries. I'll say new determination. So now selecting the access sequence, what I've just entered. On the left-hand side, you can see the access, the folder. You can just simply double click on it. Now I go into new entries and this is a sequence number. So I'm going to say, and here it's not that I need to provide the tables what I've created in the same sequence. So access sequence is telling us like the sequence in which the data will be picked up from each table. So here it's not that I need to provide 700 as the first sequence. I can as well give it as 703 and give it as 700, 701. Oh, sorry, I think I made a mistake. Okay. So I'll keep getting that pop-up. You can simply click on enter. So now these are the condition tables. Yes, these are the ones which I configured. So now select the first table which I've configured. Now I'll double click on the fields over here. Click enter on the keyboard again. Okay, so these tables you can see here, the document field, all that. Now just go back a step. Again, I'm going to do the same step for the next condition table as well. So I'll double click on the fields, click enter. And the fields, because the system has to relate to the concern fields over here. So this is done. So now I'm going to save this. So this is a customization request. So I'll just say enter. Now the access sequence has been maintained. Now define condition types for the material determination. So here, again, if you want to copy, you can, but I'll just simply go into new entries. Condition type, also I'm going to pick the same thing. And the access sequence which I created, I'm going to assign to it. Okay, if I want this to be for a specific period, I can also specify from which time to which time will this be valid. So I'm not restricting that by providing any validity. I'll simply save this. Now go back. Now you can go into maintain determination procedures. Again, I'll go into new entries. If I want, I can copy as well, but I'm going into new entries. I'll just say like, I'll say new material determination, enter. Now go into control data. Now you will go into new entries and you're going to give the steps. So I'll say step number 1. And here you have the counter. I'm just going to ignore the counter for now. So we have the condition type. Now the condition type, as you have seen, I've just created only one. So BLSI. So this is the one which I'm going to specify. And I'm going to save this. I'm not going to enter multiple. Okay, now suppose if I go into what is already created, so you can see here that there are two different condition types, but I'm going with only one for now. And so this is all done. Now close this. Now assign the determination procedure to your sales document type. Now the sales document type, what I'm using for now is the standard one because I've not yet configured any sales order document type for myself. I'm using the standard one. So here I'm going to replace this material determination with what I have created, that is BLSI. So let me save this. Now go back. Now define the substitution reason. So this is a place where we specify the substitution reason why it is required. Now standard, if you go like you have manual. So if I'm going with manual as the reason, system is going to list out all the substitution materials which I can manually pick on the sale order. And if I intend that the system should automatically pick it, we have substitution reasons like 4 and 6 which are automatic. So now I'll just create my own. I'll go into new entries. I'll just give substitution reason. I'll say obsolete and strategy over here. I want this to be automated. So it'll be blank. So I would want to keep this as blank as well. Me item should be replaced. Okay, so I'm going to keep this blank as well. So I'm going to save this. Now on the application part, so here let's go into VP11. So here the material determination type what I configured was BLSI. So let me pick that, and when I look at the key combinations what I have, I created the tables with these criterias. So here I'm going to pick material entered and sales organization. So here material entered, let it be TMS2 itself and valid from today to, I'll take it as valid till tomorrow for just a short period. And for which sales organization and what is the material. Now material entered would be TMS2. Now what material would you want to replace that with? I'm taking it as TMS1 and the unit of measure would be pieces. And what is the reason? So here I'm going to pick it as obsolete. So here also in the header data as well, you have proposed reason, which I've taken it as BLSI as, I mean, the obsolete reason. Now let me save this. So the condition record has been saved. Now when I go into creation of a sale order, the order type, I'm going to pick it as OR itself. Sales organization will be BLCC. Distribution channel and division I picked up. Now let me go with the customer details and the customer order. I'll just pick it as ABC. In the order date, I'm going to take it as ordered on 9th. And a material entered would be TMS2. The moment I entered material TMS2, automatically system has changed that to TMS1. So whatever is the order quantity. So now everything else, the other details in the sale order would remain the same. Only thing is that the material which the customer ordered, it was TMS2, but since we have given it as a substitution to TMS1, the moment I keyed in the material on the sales order, system has picked up TMS1 as the substituted material. So this is how you're going to use material determination aspect in sales activities. So this is it for now. So let's connect in the next video with a new topic. Till then, stay tuned, stay committed. Thank you. See you all. Bye bye.